What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! We back on the man Ruhi, Çenet. Journey to the center of the earth. Technically going to the earth's core. I didn't even know this was possible.
Today,
Let's check
we
it
are
out.
at the beginning of a historic discovery. We are going to spend 8 days in total darkness to explore the exact depth of Krubera Cave, which scientists consider to be the deepest cave in the world. We are even hoping to discover new animal species that have been isolated in this subterranean world for millions of years. During this expedition, we are going to cover a distance of almost 5 kilometers, and every one of us will lose 10 kilograms on average.
Curiosity brought me here, but it is too risky. Let's descend to the deepest point of the world's deepest cave.
Heck?
The explored part
Bro,
of
can you imagine, like, before, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it is to times of now, like, imagine people like that was just walking in this area and just fell down here, bro.
Krubera is 2,199 meters deep, but its true depth is still a mystery. The last update to its map was over a decade ago.
What?
Now I'm going to secure myself.
Bro, I don't need... They screwed them bolts on like that? Like, I don't get it. Like, how is that, like... I wouldn't even trust that.
I'm going to put this jar here to be secured again. I'm going to tie this new station's rope to my stop descender to descend further. I'm good to go. I'll take this securing point off. Jar and take it off. Time to descend.
At the cave's deepest accessible point, there lies a dangerous siphon never passed until now. Yet our goal with the Russian speleologist team is to push further. I even signed a contract accepting that this expedition could literally cost me my life. For over 20 years, Crimean Federal University lecturer Gennady Samokin has worked on this cave.
The hardest part is always the entrance part.
I've been training for over a year to join this expedition and document it. During these shoots, I'll come face to face with
so those
life-threatening
little hook
situations
things is already bolted on.
on 4 separate occasions.
Time to connect to this station. I'm gonna secure myself first.
Nah, this is crazy,
Now
bro.
I'm connected to 2 securing points.
This is
Enemy
literally the
stage
definition
ended.
of risking your life, bro. You know, for the
There you go.
content.
That's why we use 3 securing points.
Deep, slippery wells, tight squeezes, siphons where there is no air, and freezing temperatures. That's what we're about to face.
It's time to
Wait,
take.
how can it get any type of, like, freezing temperature? I would think the weather temperature would just be normal, like neutral, like in the 70s or something. Because, like, think about it, like, for it to be, I thought for you to feel cold, you have to actually be on the exterior of where the cold is coming from. Don't you get it? Like,
This off and then this off. Now we are gonna descend. Hello, Krubera. Pitch darkness.
Free! These hooks and ropes you see are from previous expeditions. For more than 60 years, speleologists from around the world have come to Krubera, with no one yet measuring the exact depth of the cave.
Hell
There's
no,
a real
bro.
danger of rockfalls and sudden floods.
Be careful with the rocks here.
Even the most experts have lost their lives here for these reasons.
bro, yo, like, this is really crazy. Like, imagine somebody just living down there, just some animal nobody has documented yet is just down there. Oh, that's him talking.
With the help of NVIDIA Studio and GeForce RTX GPUs, we've brought the first ever detailed 3D map of Krubera Cave to life. More on them later, but on this map you can see 5 main camps at different depths of the cave where we'll sleep.
Wait, they got
The camps are set up in a way that they are only 8-hour moving distance far from each other. We move 8 hours a day, then rest.
What? 8
Just
hours
because we're
of rock
descending
climbing?
one after the other doesn't mean it's only us. We're actually a team of 2 groups, 11 people in total. And right at the beginning, I started to tangle myself. Because of confusion, I forgot to put my stop descender on and carelessly unlocked my most vital securing point. Now I'm relying on the Jumar, the weakest securing point. It works fine as long as I stay upright, but if I squat a bit too much, it fails.
I forgot one thing.
Bro said as long as he stays upright. Nah, bro.
I need to adapt quickly if I want to make it out alive.
Bro, only way I'm doing something like this, bro, if I just, like, you know, activate Spidey powers or something, dog. Like,
Because I forgot to put my sander.
I need all the badges of Spider-Man, bro. Just in
When
case
you're on the
that
rope,
rope
it's
fails.
just you and the rope. You're all alone. Nobody can see the mistakes you could make and really help you.
Whoa. This pedal got away from me. I need to put it back on. If I fall from here, I don't think I'm gonna be alive.
The average speed of moving through the cave is 100 meters per hour. Our ascending speed and descending speed are the same. We also carry our bags with us in the cave.
The temperature is only 3 degrees Celsius, so being here is not different from being inside of a giant fridge.
Hey man. Hey, how are you? You feel cold already?
Not yet.
There. You okay?
This is where a sheep met its tragic end, falling from the lush valley above down hundreds of meters into the darkness below.
The sheep is under the soil. They covered it because they wanted to prevent the smell.
Now we are about to get through a tight squeeze. As its name suggests, you have to make yourself as small as possible and crawl inside.
Ready? I'll go after it. Oh my god. How will I do this? I have to go sideways like this.
Krubera Cave is in the Arabica Massif of South Caucasus, 15 kilometers away from Black Sea. Arabica is one of the largest and highest limestone formations in the mountains, providing an ideal environment for the development of such an immense cave. The cave was formed and carved by underground streams and rain, creating both massive, steep wells as well as narrow, long tunnels.
Make myself smaller.
Scientists believe Krubera is 5 million years old and it continues to be shaped even today.
These squeezes are very hard. They say don't feel claustrophobia until you get stuck.
And two, like, you also gotta be pretty in shape, bro, to squeeze through these holes like that.
Because you are a nature person, don't come here to a place like this.
Holy.
Where Earth welcomes you with its narrow meanders.
Do you see the marks on the side walls? At this point in the cave, the passage was so narrow that they had to use tools to break the rocks and widen it.
Man.
When we pass through narrow
Crazy.
passages, small
How would he
particles
get
fill
back
the
up?
air and make it hard to breathe as they get into our mouths. Also, our legs get cramps quickly from working the same muscle group.
Yo, Hockey, you gotta be an athlete to do this.
It's better if you go slow.
Here you can see the wire.
This wire goes for 2,000 meters.
6,000
And
feet.
allows the phone to work.
Unfortunately, the sound broken somewhere.
It was likely damaged by a recent flood. We're completely cut off from the outside world for the next 8 days.
Crazy, dog.
We have two possible ways here.
Yes.
There is an arrow on the wall that shows the correct way.
That's the way to go.
I'll take it.
Burn off, man.
Is useful for transport bags. So you don't have to carry the weight of the bag. Rope carries it for you. And you move it like this.
Yeah.
And also use your load stroke to set for safety.
Falling through these rocks could injure us.
Okay. You have to be connected to the rope as well. You don't want to be. I want to go to supply, sir. You don't want to be. I want to go to supply, sir. I was almost gonna fall. This stick saved me. It's so wet. It's slippery. It's like a zip line. I just assumed that it's not dangerous. All right.
The big wheel starts.
How you feel, Oleg?
I took the pill, so it's easy now.
What type of a pill?
A painkiller.
Bro, the only benefit, and now thinking about it, like, because I feel like half and half is like, this was naturally designed by the ecosystem of the earth through just like natural disasters or just like the weather and stuff over like decades and like thousands of years. And I also feel like half of the other part has to be human made. And the reason why I say that, because like a lot of this stuff looks like it's like hideout spots. Like, I don't know, I forgot what country he said that this was in, but if anybody can do any research, was there like a war going on anytime within like the last 1,000, 2,000 something around years? I would think that this would be like a decent hideout spot for like the people that are innocent, that don't be involved in like the wars and stuff like that. They can just probably come out in here and hide out. But then again, it's just like, how would they get food and resources and things like that?
Hey, we're about to arrive at the first camp.
If you see, this is the big well.
Bro, imagine if somebody live streamed this, bro. Is that even against, is that a TOS or what?
5 meters. It feels like it's 3 times bigger.
Thinking about ascending 2 kilometers back to the surface makes me feel overwhelmed already. The rope fibers got stuck in the stop descender mechanism. If I couldn't get them out, I would have to leave the stop descender here, and I wouldn't be able to go down any further. I would have to quit and climb back up. This panic caused me to tangle my rope and my bag's rope.
Free.
We did about 70% of this well.
Which is like how many meters?
80 meters, I guess.
This place is really scary now.
My headlamp does not even lighten up beyond my shoes. All I can see is endless pitch darkness, which makes me a bit uneasy. At least it helps me stay focused on what's right in front of me.
It's all about having a little faith. Yeah, I can do this. It shocks the rope.
Intense shock loads on the ropes from sudden falls like these can break the rope because of the high tension. It can also seriously damage my spine.
But it doesn't go very smooth.
Bro, it's so crazy, bro, because like I did like rock climbing before, like on like whether if it's like in an arcade or like a carnival type of place, bro. And like I say like a success rate, I have about like an 80% success rate going all the way to the top. But just like even with like having that equipment on and stuff like that, bro, I don't know, bro. You just feel that nervousness and anxiety, like the fact that you're able to just like, you know what I'm saying, climb a rock like that above ground, bro. So for them to just do something like this, yo, it's changing the damn game, bro. But I'm good. I ain't doing nothing like this. Don't eat an ass.
All right.
While we were descending into a huge well and filming everything, the first group created a gap between us.
Wait, I don't know what's in here.
Nah, imagine if it's like a Sasquatch. That just looks so sketchy, bro. Bro, I feel like if they go, last time pause the video, my bad. Bro, I feel like if they go any more deeper, like they're gonna get like into a backdoor of outer space. Like, I'm not even like thinking about it too, seeing shit like this. I really feel like somewhere on the earth, there has to be like a deep enough hole in the ground where it's like a serious backdoor to space. And bro, freestyle off the back of my damn head right now, bro. Like, think about like the aliens and stuff like that, and like creatures and that stuff that don't exist on the earth. I really think they just be going through the backdoor earth. The earth, thinking about it now, the earth has a backdoor. The earth needs to close that backdoor real soon, bro, because there's hella creatures and weird shit, you know what I'm saying, coming on the earth that should not be coming into earth. You know what I'm saying? Like such as things as like people be seeing UFO sightings and stuff like that, bro. Like, bro, I truly think it starts with like things like this. They're able to creep through like the earth's back door, and they just end up either designing it by hand when they get to earth, or it just like, you know what I'm saying, it ships to them and they just like, they just do their thing from there, man. Did I discover something or not? Am I spitting or not?
Rocks. I think they dropped from the ceiling. If you camp here, one of these rocks can fall on us. There's a sign here.
Yes, it says don't put your mess in here, take your mess to the surface. The mess means, well, Before there were flashlights, people used carbide lamps. Waste from all the era lamps.
Being the center of interest of speleologists, Krubera has intrigued some daring scientists since the early 20th century. After just 10 hours in the cave, our eyes are bloodshot and our faces are covered with mud. My clothes cling to me, soaked with sweat. We managed to descend another 150 meters more and finally made it to our first camp. We're currently at minus 350 meters from the surface after a solid 12-hour descent, while some of the experienced
12 hours of rock climbing, bro?
in the team went
12 hours?
Camp minus 700.
Dog. Nah, yo, fam. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Ruhi, Çenet. Yo, at this point, yo, Ruhi, Çenet has to go into like an automatic top 7 YouTubers of all time. Like, he has to be in a Mount Rushmore of this, bro. Like, this is actually like genuinely like diabolically like just crazy, bro. Like, dude.
Where could I put this?
What food are they gonna eat?
Hang it over there.
They pack canned foods, I'm guessing, huh?
Like drying them off in the sun, huh?
Yeah.
Gennady is very optimistic about the possibility of discovering a new animal species at the bottom of the cave. I can't stop wondering what we will discover.
Oh, you gotta boil the water, facts.
Is that your boot?
Any of y'all ever got like boiled water notices and stuff back in the day?
Take this one. We should put the kettle on. Let's warm up the tent first.
Then dry our socks.
Now, everyone is busy drying out
Is
their
that
damp
gasoline? How is that safe?
clothes and
Bro,
repairing
one missed spark plug, boom.
their gear.
We're gonna eat some snacks. It's really cold, especially when we sit down. We can feel more cold from the ground. Change our clothes and we will drink this soup, eat some pasta, and sleep. Hopefully not get frozen.
Oh, they doing cooking videos down here, man.
The most important things
What is
are
that?
food and fuel for heating, of course.
I thought about, oh, they just said pasta, self-net. Bro, it looked like gumbo for a second. Shit, let me find out I have some gumbo 10,000 feet below the earth. They ain't what me too bad, bro. Hey, you make the gumbo right.
Speleologists spend the maximum amount of calories, up to 8,000 kilocalories a day. It's impossible to fulfill the calories. That's why I say nutrition is very important.
Everything I wore has gotten wet, and I need it dry by the morning. We have sleeping bags that keep us warm down to minus 10 degrees Celsius.
Morning, everybody. I just woke up and I'm freezing. I completely lost my sense of time.
After a sunless morning in Krubera, we shake off our weariness. He's sipping the fresh water that the cave offers. Everybody gears up for the descent.
How are you feeling?
Better than yesterday, I'm feeling a little more combative.
I'm gonna put on my thermal underwear, then wear this costume, wear my boots, my waterproof gloves, my helmet. This is my harness.
My muscles hurt, but I'll try to be quicker today. Our goal is to reach the camp at minus 700 meters as quickly as possible to meet up with the team that went ahead, and then push forward to camp minus 1400. No time to waste.
Hey, everybody. You look like Terminators.
Horizontal tunnel. Then another big well, 115 meters long. Another tunnel. From there, some ropes down and up, and horizontal like tunnels again.
And then?
After that, the last well is 30 meters. Then we like go a little bit more and find the camp.
I also asked him if we could catch up with the first group.
It will take like about 2.5 hours to get, maybe like less, but I don't know when they will move out.
Right.
They think we are slow and they want to wait as much as possible.
That's the passage we have to go?
Yes.
If you want to pee, you have to take all this gear off, which will take any person about 30 minutes. If you are in a hurry, you might pee on yourself. Sometimes it's a better idea to do so. Free? Let that go, which pulls me down. It's not like
Boy,
Earth, it's
speaking
like
of, he said taking a piss. Where did they go to the bathroom? And I mean, they could probably have hand sanitizer to wash their hands, but where did they go to the bathroom?
alien planet. No life here. Bye bye. Bye.
Where did they go to the bathroom? Because I know for a fact they was stinking in that bed.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, wonderful.
We're completely cut off from the outside world and on our own down here. The camp on the surface has no way of knowing directly if anything goes wrong, so we have to be extra careful.
Look, there's water here. They gathered the water from here to the camp.
We've been descending for about 6 hours today. We're all pretty wiped.
So, the rope is wet.
From now on, all ropes are wet, and the descender's mechanism doesn't slide easily on wet ropes, causing risky shock loads each time.
Breathe. Another tunnel, huh?
He is shaking from the cold. I asked for another break.
You have to rest, but you cannot rest long enough to start freezing. Sometimes you kind of sit, you turn your light off, you close your eyes and try to rest and falling asleep. And this is the worst. You can easily die if you fall asleep. So no matter how hard it is, how difficult it is, you
So they said if they fall asleep at this depth right here, like they're basically like unalived.
just have to push yourself.
So we've decided to rest at camp minus 700 before pushing to camp minus 1,400. Here is our home for tonight. It looks like everyone has gone ahead already.
Our guide is going to prepare some lunch, dinner, whatever it is. I don't know what time it is. My brain is so tired. More tired than my muscles.
We're close to camp minus 1,400.
Before entering the minus 1,400 camp, speleologists created a makeshift water tap using an empty bottle. The group ahead has also reached their new campsite at minus 1,400.
Why are you pointing at the tent? It's going to fly off your hand.
Hey, they laughing, bro. I would not be laughing. I don't want no games in that bed. That look
Hello, dear
delicious, yo.
friends. We hope everybody is alive and well.
Is that
We
carne
hope you
asada?
haven't lost your team spirit. We believe that you will succeed and you will be able to find something beautiful for this underground world. We look forward to seeing you soon. With our love, your friends.
There's nothing like a cold cave shower under a waterfall to wash off the mud, sweat, and exhaustion after days of exploring.
The water's not that cold. You feel warmer if you get used to it.
All right.
After a rough
Crazy,
sleep,
bro.
some are stretching their tired muscles, others are putting on their gear. Everyone is getting ready to dive further into the depths of Krubera. His knee pads are torn. He will stitch up new ones.
It's just cold. Cold and wet. I tried to dry all my clothes yesterday, but I forgot these blue gloves. They're still wet. Actually, preparation process takes about 1 or 2 hours, and climbing down will take about like 8 to 9 hours.
Today we are planning to descend 700 meters more and arrive at camp minus 1400.
In places like this, you move one hand behind you and one hand ahead of you.
That is the very reason why we packed light and made sure our bags are slim and long.
I barely fit.
Very enough. Oh.
What the hell is he doing?
Everybody, let's keep going. This is the right way.
When moving in the dark, the light from headlamps can sometimes block the other's view.
But bend your goddamn headlight down. I can't see anything.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, fam. Let me just hear that part again. Let me just make sure I wasn't tripping.
The light from headlamps can sometimes block the other's view.
But bend your goddamn headlight down. I can't see anything.
Yo, bro. I understand, like, at this point, it's like survival of the fittest, bro. But, yo, there's no way ain't no nigga talking to me like that, bro. That's a little bit too aggressive. Maybe I could be considerably a little bit sensitive, but, bro, ain't no way it's just a delivery of that, bro. Nigga, we gotta run a fade 8,000, 10,000 feet down below Earth, nigga. We gonna have to do so or something. Because, bro, ain't no way you talk to me like that. I'm sorry. I'm no tough guy, by the way.
That's enough. I hate this camera.
While I was waiting to descend, my headlamp battery ran out.
Oh,
no!
The battery's finished. There's no light.
Luckily, I had spare batteries in my pocket.
At the very bottom of the cave, we did a topographic survey, and we recorded everything with the camera.
As we go deeper into Krubera, I wonder how the animals have evolved here in the darkness. So far, I haven't crossed with any creature, but it makes me think where there's water, there's a chance for life to exist.
Cave is so wet now.
In the cave, your biological clock is always off. Without clock, automatically switch to 40 hours a day.
40-hour daytime.
Yes, so they like awake for 20 something and sleeping for 16 like something.
We've reached the halfway point of Krubera Cave, but we still need to descend another 200 meters to get to the next camp. The cold, tiredness, and being always under artificial light are starting to affect my performance and leading me to make fatal mistakes. At this point, when I was 50 meters above the rocky ground, I accidentally unlocked my last securing point and realized I had to hang solely by the strength of my muscles.
I forgot putting my descender on.
Every
That
second,
stuff
my
was
muscles are
tricky
getting
too,
tired.
bro.
If I fail to lock my carabiner and fall, I will certainly lose my life. The way
Bro,
I attach
saying
the
it's so
carabiner
chill,
is
bro.
extremely risky, and it could open at any time. I also got my glove jammed.
Right. It's not looking good. Right. It requires full dedication. One small mistake can kill you. Now I'm good to go. Gotcha. This is the rope I want to be on.
Just a couple of minutes later, I almost unlocked my last securing point for the second time. I opened the carabiner. Fortunately, I realized my mistake.
That's not good. Another mistake. I need to put my descender first.
My eyes feel heavy in constant darkness, and my brain feels like it's collapsing under the weight of fatigue.
Hey guys, it's really tough. It's not easy as it looks.
Welcome. At last, we've got our feet on solid ground. One of the speleologists gives us a brief on what to expect on the remaining route. He's curious if I could take it because of the mistakes I made one after another.
Sorry guys, there are some siphons there. Wait for us here.
Just a few hundred meters below, there are underwater currents that block the way. Siphons are basically passages that are flooded with underground rivers.
Well, everybody, let's go and take a dip.
There are dozens of them along our path, and a single wrong move could leave us trapped, out of breath, and facing the terrifying risk of drowning. To help you better understand the challenging conditions in Krubera, we created 3D models of siphon explorations and the map. Blender, as with most 3D softwares, is powered by NVIDIA Studio and GeForce RTX, so we work directly in full detail within the viewport, seeing results instantly without waiting for long renders. On the map, you can see where the siphons begin and end. These water-filled, deep passages are scattered throughout the cave, and we're now starting with a moderately big one. Creating these animations took us 2 weeks, but the advanced technology we used significantly sped up our workflow and helped us to save hours. This caver, as you can see, has attached rocks to himself to prevent floating upwards and striking his body on the ceiling. He could also be swept away by the water flow and get lost in one of the upward leading passages and lose his life. Some of the siphons, like this one,
I wonder
have
if that water is like super dirty where they got them brain-eating diseases.
no air pockets, which means these passages are completely filled with water. Passing through them can take several minutes depending on their length and difficulty. If you can't follow the rope in the siphons and miss it, you can enter the wrong tunnel and you can drown.
Oh
if your
my
clothes
gosh.
get caught on a sharp stone and you can't get it out in a panic, you can drown. Even if you do everything right, you can still drown if you can't hold your breath long enough.
Bro, will I be able to hold my breath long enough with the type of lungs I have?
We made it back to the camp at -700 after a 6-hour exhausting climb. I was starting to lose focus from the cold and exhaustion, so the speleologist didn't think it was safe for me to keep going and asked me to wait for them back at camp. Thankfully, there's enough water and snacks here to keep us going for the coming days.
Oh, these are the mats, huh? Bingo.
The sudden and powerful flooding at camp -1640 lifted the leftover mats off the ground, leaving them stuck high above.
It looks like this place was totally submerged.
We didn't know it at the time, but while we were in the cave with no connection with the surface camp, it started raining, which means a real risk of flooding. The footage you're seeing now is from a few years ago. As you can see, people barely made out. Similar floods could destroy our camps and the passages.
Everybody got so wet. Look how we dry ourselves off. It's a good idea.
After a wet and chilly night in the cave, the speleologists are preparing their gear for the big days ahead. They will measure the exact depth of the cave and might even discover new animal species unknown to mankind.
-1640.
Let's get started.
The sharp icicle-like structures hanging from the roof are called stalactites. These formations grow incredibly slowly, typically less than 10 centimeters in 1,000 years. They form when water drips down, and calcium carbonate deposits build up over time.
Wow.
Is there any space for me there?
Yeah. The team is extra careful to avoid damaging them.
Damaging them? For what? Why does it matter?
This
icicles are that valuable?
They also became both physically and mentally exhausted.
It is too low. It needs to be higher. We will hang out more laundry.
Finally, they made it to camp -1960, which is the last and the most uncomfortable camp due to its limited space.
Is it okay if I pee on you?
The team was unable...
Yo, my nigga, that was fucking crazy. Yo, my mans, that was crazy, bro.
Able to even stand up properly the entire time they were in this small gallery.
The camp is -1,960 meters down. It's one of the deepest camps in the
freaky
world.
shit
Some
they
of us
on,
are
man?
soaked entirely, and we all have bruised eyes. Some went down to -2,080 already. The camp, of course, is not very comfortable here. The flood constantly washes away all the mats. As for the two captains' siphon, it starts about 200 meters down from here.
That is scary.
After days of relentless effort, the team has finally reached the deepest point in Krubera that humankind has ever explored. Gennady and his teammate are now working to precisely map Krubera's depths. Measuring the deep underground is much more challenging than measuring the surface, as GPS signals are useless. A laser rangefinder is used, which is capable of calculating indirect heights and distances between 2 points. He is proceeding to the outermost edge for the exact calculation. The device has a special compass board and is used with a plastic battery instead of a regular one to reduce magnetic errors.
Not on our left, not on our right. Where to go?
There is no other way.
What?
There is no other way.
I understand.
He has to get wet for this calculation.
Okay.
Once they exit the cave, they will make the total calculation and issue an official statement regarding the cave's actual height. They are near the two-captain siphon, the deepest siphon in the world. This is the endpoint. They're preparing the gas tanks to dive into the deepest point of the cave, equipped with a precision measurement device to record the cave's depth. Gennady also carries numerous bait traps. He hopes to discover a new animal species yet unknown to mankind.
We have to be careful here. Let's see the results. Let's see if anything lives down there.
Now the team is getting inside the siphon's deep, cold, and murky waters. They have already marked some parts of the two captains' siphon during their previous expeditions, but they have had difficulty discovering it entirely. There are sections that have remained a mystery, but now their secrets are about to be unveiled. He tied a few bait trap bottles to the rope so as not to lose them. On their way back, they didn't notice it, but the camera captured it. A small, completely transparent animal was lurking in the water.
What the hell?
Then another animal showed up, but that also went unnoticed.
How do animals live down there?
What is this? These animals are blind due to the absence of light. Fortunately, the team managed to capture an exceptionally unique animal in the trap. They also encountered another highly distinct-looking animal purely by chance. The footage you're seeing has never been captured before.
There it is. There is the fish. Let's not lose it.
Wow, what is this?
Let's get this one right away.
If these animals are unique to this cave and have never been spotted before, these findings will be added to the precious library of human knowledge, a significant step for mankind. We have documented them on video. Most of these creatures are transparent.
It looks like bait that you would use to go fishing.
But the other creature they pulled from the trap is not a new discovery. It was identified in 2013 and it only lives in Krubera Cave. Its name is Gammarus kruberian.
What the fuck is that?
Amazing news. I'm just in shock. I'm realizing that we live in a beautiful world.
What is that, bro? It looks like a
Depth
mix of a
measurements
roach
the
and
two
like a
captains'
shrimp.
siphon, and consequently the cave, have also been collected. Could this discovery confirm Krubera as the Earth's deepest known cave and lead to its inclusion in geography textbooks? Now it's time to ascend to uncover the truth about Krubera Cave.
Oh my god.
How long do you think we will wait then?
I think like 1 hour maximum.
We had already put our caving suits back on at the time they had predicted they would arrive and patiently waited for them.
Yeah, I hear them.
They're coming!
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah.
We're getting ready to ascend back up 700 meters in 24 hours. The ascent is both the hardest part of a caving journey and the stage where most life losses occur. This phase demands not only significant physical effort, but also sustained focus and precise execution.
I hit my head here.
Insects started to appear.
Very near to surface.
We took our final break for snacks
crazy.
to regain some energy.
We have a little way to go.
During an 8-day caving
Bro, he almost looks like a
expedition,
different
the relentless
person.
effort of ascending, descending, and enduring a constant 3-degree cold
Bro,
burns
they
an
really
immense
gotta,
amount of calories.
they gotta climb right back up.
Most of us lost around 10 kilograms over the course of this journey.
How
It's
much
a
is-
significant sacrifice we make in the pursuit
How much is 10
of new
kilograms?
discoveries.
I think this is probably the longest time I've ever been in the cave.
Once everyone exits the cave, Gennady Smokin, the leader of the expedition, will evaluate the success of the 8-day mission. He has a very important announcement to share with the world. The daylight, the breeze, the fresh air, the rain, and the scent of plants restore my sense of humanity.
Finally, I see the daylight.
I feel profound gratitude for being
I
alive.
ain't gonna lie, wherever that's at, I would not go down there in that cave. I'm good, but this background scenery looks fire as heck. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, we are about to discover the most important aspect of this documentary.
Bro, that just shows how underrated Earth is, bro. You really appreciate little things like the plants and just the ecosystem, bro, when you just...
Confirm that Krubera is now the deepest cave in the world.
We deliberately didn't publish the depth data of Krubera Cave until this interview. This is a very important moment. We wanted the collaborative work we've done with you to culminate in a clear declaration that Krubera Cave is, as of today, the deepest cave in the world.
Wow.
The computer calculated the margin of error for us, which was around 0.1%. Today, we can confidently state that with our methodology, the depth of Krubera Cave is 2,224 meters, including the siphon and the upper entrance, which is 3 meters higher than the Arabica Massif. This means the margin of error is approximately 10 meters. This year, we also collected samples of crustaceans and sent them for analysis.
You also discovered some creatures during the exploration. Could you share more information about them? Have you completed their taxonomic classification, or is the research still ongoing?
We discovered some really interesting findings this time. What is really important is that these data that we have collected are unique. This is because almost no one has ever worked at such depths. But their exact species identification is not yet determined.
You might remember that at the end of one of our previous videos, I asked for your support for the Krubera project. Thanks to your donations, the exploration of Krubera Cave became possible, allowing us to film these discoveries and share them with the world. More than 188 people took part in the making of this project. Unlike other so-called documentaries on the internet, which often explain already known facts, we documented something entirely new. This project stands as a true documentary in every sense. In the future, we are planning to visit Tristan da Cunha, the most remote settlement in the world. To get there, we will travel 7 days on a cargo ship from South Africa, spend 2 weeks on the island, and return back in 7 days. The nearest settlement there is St. Helena, which is approximately 2,430 kilometers to the north. But everything related to this project is costly. Only your super thanks support could make this rare documentary come to life. I also want to thank NVIDIA for supporting us creating these animations and maps of the Krubera Cave. With the power of GeForce RTX GPUs, we were able to efficiently handle over 30 hours of raw footage with unmatched efficiency and share this Krubera documentary with you. AI-powered video editing with NVIDIA's GPUs saves us a lot of time on big projects like this by handling repetitive and time-consuming tasks for us. As a production team using Blender for 3D modeling and Adobe Premiere for video editing, RTX GPUs speed up past black denoising renders and make 3D rendering incredibly smooth. Meanwhile, the ray tracing cores delivered photorealistic lighting and shadows, bringing our 3D scenes to life. On the video editing side, RTX GPUs enabled us to improve audio clarity with AI-driven noise reduction, achieve precise color matching for a consistent look, and dramatically reduce rendering times. GeForce RTX GPUs accelerate over 100.
I don't know if this is, I don't think it's a sponsor. You're just giving the shout out credits and stuff. But I think this is cap it off at the end, man. Hey, man, shout out to Ruhi. You guys let me know, because he said he's going to be going on to some island that I've never heard about before and doing some video on there. Let me know whenever that's out, and we shall react